What's good, you? Man, as y'all can tell, I got another reaction video for y'all boys. And as y'all can see from the title, this Deion and Shedeur Sanders news is out of control. Now, what could this news be about? I'm not going to lie to y'all boys. I really have no idea. You feel what I'm saying? Because now I feel like the Colorado Buffs are the Los Angeles Lakers of college football. Because all them boys do is be in the news for something. You feel what I'm saying? Them boys is under a microscope. Everything them boys do is going to be broadcasted 10 times more. Why? Because of the Shedeur way. And because of that boy Prime Time and his other sons, and because of Travis Hunter. Them boys some dogs out there. Now, when they start winning, y'all better start looking out for them, you feel me? Because you think it's bad now? Wait until them boys start winning. Y'all going to see a whole nother animal. But before we get into this video, I want y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and y'all boys go check out that boy Microphone. His other channel is Flight Mike, I believe. If y'all want some bangers, look him up. Don't say I never put you on or anything, because I'm doing it right now. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video.
Ordered players to attend Shedeur and Lil Wayne's concert at Colorado Spring Weekend. Threatened to dismiss anyone who did not attend the concert.
We have officially reached a brand new echelon for absurdity in the sports world, because the Colorado Buffaloes have been in some controversy in the past, but this is a brand new level if this rumor is true, which the Colorado Buffaloes are of course vehemently denying. But this wouldn't be the first time we heard a rumor of this type of caliber. So we're going to set up the stage and the context for the situation and discuss whether or not Deion Sanders truly forced the Colorado Buffalo players to watch his son and the team star quarterback open a Lil Wayne rap.
I didn't even know he made music.
You heard that right. So before we get to the content, we are giving away copies of College Football 25 on my Twitter and my Instagram page. All you have to do to enter is be followed on both those accounts. And now that we get all that out of the way, break.
Yeah, y'all boys definitely go lock in with him and tap that subscribe button. What y'all doing? Huh? Yeah, y'all don't like bangers for real. That's what it is. It ain't nothing crazy. Y'all just don't like bangers. That's all you had to tell me. If you don't like bangers,
1212. What's going on?
That's all you had to say.
Colorado Buffaloes are no strangers to controversy, and this is primarily because of Deion Sanders' incredible ability to leverage social media to gain eyeballs on a program that people didn't really care about 2 years ago.
Facts.
Like him or hate him, you have to admit this has made the Colorado Buffaloes more popular. I don't think there's ever been a team in college football history that has gained this level of attention despite being one of the worst teams in the NCAA.
You ain't never lied. 4-8, that's kind of crazy. And them boys are at the top.
Games this past year, but people can't stop consuming content about them because the situations this team gets themselves in is more and more absurd. The first time I made a video on the Colorado Buffaloes, it was because Deion Sanders felt insulted because an opposing coach said that he likes his players to look people in the eye and not wear sunglasses as he's talking to them. Deion Sanders turned it into this.
Trying to get out here and be the best coach I could be, and I look up and I read some bull junk that Deion said about us. Why would you want to talk about us when we don't talk about nobody? All we do is go out here.
You done made it personal.
When they give us ammunition.
You done made it personal.
It was just going to be a good game. They done messed around and made it personal.
And this is just what Colorado is good at doing. I mean, Shedeur Sanders appeared on First Take and said this.
You got to be a fool to do that.
Facts, though.
You got his son playing quarterback and his other son playing safety. So it's like, come on now, you asking for it.
So you looking to drop another 4-5 on him, huh?
Nah, it's just extra motivation.
Extra motivation.
That's what it is.
Extra motivation, facts.
During the week, we have a great approach to the game. But then when you make it like overly personal, like we respect the team, respect the opposing players. But now whenever you make it that, then it's all respect gone.
And next thing you know, Deion.
Do I think he was wrong for saying that? No. Because basically what that Colorado State dude was saying was like, I think that was very disrespectful for you shaking my hand with your sunglasses on. Which to some people that might be considered disrespectful. Just in general, they want to look you in your eyes while they shake your hand tight. But come on, like, bro, relax. It's not that deep. You feel what I'm saying? So basically, you saying you don't respect me because I didn't take my sunglasses off to shake your hand. I'm his son. So if you don't respect my pops, you don't respect me. That's just how I look at it. But hey, proceed.
Sanders not only is able to beat Colorado State, but he's able to sell sunglasses as a result of this to make some money on
Marketing.
the side. I mean, this guy is truly a master marketer. But
Facts, marketing.
People like to hate on him.
The play hating
He
game.
likes to rank his sons kind of how Fritz von Erich would do in the Iron Claw, and at the same time, his son Shedeur Sanders is as flashy as ever. I mean, he even has DJ Khaled doing the Shedeur, which if you don't know
The Shedeur.
what that is, take a look.
We call this the Shedeur.
Stop playing with him.
The Shedeur.
Stop playing with him.
Let's go. Let's go golfing.
Let's go golfing. Yeah.
Or watch us win.
Another one.
Shedeur. We call it
Yeah.
Shedeur.
But as a result, there's some bad press coming out about Colorado, especially considering the lack of on-field success last year. And the Sanders family hasn't really looked so good in regards to the way they decided to handle this. Back in May, an article came out that did a deep dive on how Deion Sanders decided to move on from the previous Colorado Buffalo players. And for the most part, this article discussed how Deion Sanders didn't really have much of a conscience when he decided to move on from those players. And you have to understand, these are college athletes. These aren't professional football players. These are players that are clinging on to a dream. And of course, Deion Sanders wanted to come in and completely reset the culture. But as you would know, he
Facts.
would originally come in and give an interview about how the entire locker room was going to look different.
You know why? Because I'm coming. I'm coming to restore, to replace, to re-energize. Some of y'all that are salvageable. I'm not going to lie. Everybody that's sitting there in the seat ain't going to have a seat.
I ain't gonna have a seat. Facts.
But I'm coming.
And this article from the end of April discusses how he went about it, and it wasn't necessarily the best look. Shane Soul said that he didn't sugarcoat it. He was telling me, you're coming off of an injury. I don't think you'll be one of the guys we need to start this year. We need guys that are going to be ready to play now. Deion had this crazy
That's not bad to say.
takeover. I mean, 87 new players came in, which is unprecedented in college football. The former starting QB, Owen McCown, lamented the fact that that rough season the year before Deion Sanders came here made them all get closer, but Deion Sanders kind of ruined all of that. But even Soul said, I don't think he was being a dick about it. I think he was just being straight up. Prove to me that you can play.
Facts.
Felt like a
That's
tryout.
all.
Soul thought he had to be perfect to gain approval. He wasn't himself, more stressed, more withdrawn. New coaching staffs can be disorienting for players.
Facts,
They don't
though.
know whom to trust. Soul's father grew up in Florida and revered Sanders, and Soul didn't want to disappoint his family by failing. He even said it felt like
Hey, when did players that left the school start getting interviewed about that school that they left? Like, when does that happen? No other school does that, bro. And it's like a double standard. Like, of course you're going to get some bad from a player that just left. Or not even bad. Of course you're going to get some controversy from a player that just left. If it was nothing controversial, they wouldn't have left. If they was in the best spot that they could have been in, why leave? You see what I'm saying? And especially the quarterback, I felt like he kept it real. He said it's like you got to go out there and perform every day. You feel what I'm saying? Whoever performs the best gets the position. Didn't the boys go 1-11? And if they was on that team, you was a part of the problem. So knock it off. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. Because y'all was trash. But that's just my opinion. Let's proceed, though.
something that is consistent with Colorado University since the Sanders era began. Now, Soul would go ahead and transfer to Eastern Colorado University and would become their #1 wide receiver, and he's happier than ever. But Xavier Smith's story is much different.
Good jump.
This part went viral last time we made a video on this. He sat down with Deion Sanders, but he didn't even get a one-on-one. Defensive coordinator Charles Kelly brought Smith and safety Oki Salavia into the front office together. We sat on the sofa and he's talking to us, but he's not even looking at us. I'm looking Coach Kelly dead in his eyes. Sanders said he felt like I should hit the portal. He didn't want me to waste a year thinking I could earn a spot. I was actually getting mad, like tears coming to my eyes, because bro, you never even tried to get to know me. Smith wasn't shocked he was cut given his injury history. He broke his right leg during his senior season in high school and again in the spring while rehabbing. He played in one game in 2022, but missed the rest of the season with a hamstring injury. So he felt like he had a chip on his shoulder and he really wanted to get Deion Sanders' approval. Smith would go on to say that he was destroying guys' confidence and belief in themselves. The way he did it, it could have been done with a little more compassion.
I get what he's saying, my dog, but if that's all you wanted, you don't even need nobody compassion, my dog. If you really like that, if you really Timothy McGee, why'd you leave? You could have stayed and balled out if that's what you wanted to do. If you really had that chip on your shoulder, you could have stayed, balled out, and guess what? Now them boys got to start you. You feel what I'm saying? You're not starting over Travis Hunter, but there's 2 cornerback spots. And I'm pretty sure you could have got the rotation if you was really like that. But you left, my boy. And now you want to spit in their faces of the people who said, hey, who tried to tell you the truth from the jump. Hey, my boy, you might not have a starting position. So if I was you, I would think about hitting the transfer portal. Some people he didn't have to say that to you at all. He could have just said, hey, my boy, I don't think you're going to be starting this year. You can waste a year of your eligibility just to not start next year. Or, hey, my boy, I don't think you're going to be starting. If I was you, I would think about hitting the transfer portal. If you were to stay here, that's up to you, though. I don't think that's bad. That's me, though. That's just my opinion.
To be honest, I could understand why a collegiate athlete would feel that way. And if the Sanders family didn't say anything, then that would be fine. But it was the way they reacted to this that made people absolutely despise them. I mean, people thought Shedeur Sanders' odds of being selected #1 overall in the 2025 NFL draft took a hit because he quote tweeted this and said,
wait until after the season.
Honest, bro had to be very mid at best. That wasn't even close to how bad Deion Sanders' reaction to this was, because Deion Sanders would start talking trash about the players that played for him. This man would tweet one of the players that used to play for him, and Deion Sanders would quote tweet it and say, Jesus. Someone would say, tell your son acting like he's the coldest out there, then put up a 4-8 season. Deion would respond saying he'll be a top 5 pick. Where's your son going? And that's where we are currently.
Where's your son going is crazy.
So this next story that I'm about to tell you is probably the most bizarre story that I think I've ever heard in regards to this program. I keep on beating it more and more. Each and every time I cover this school, there's a story that makes my jaw drop to the ground. So according to Athlon Sports, Deion Sanders made a Lil Wayne concert mandatory for players to support Shedeur's rap, sources say. For those of you guys that don't know, Shedeur started
That's kind of crazy.
and I couldn't really tell you how it is because I haven't really listened to it.
Facts.
I don't know what it is. I guess I'm so exhausted from athletes trying to drop rap music that I just stopped bothering listening to it. So if anyone listened to it and thinks it's good, let me know. For all you know, it is good. But, between him and Darren Waller, which we just recently covered, I think I'm a little exhausted. Now
I didn't even know Darren Waller made music.
Had a huge weekend for the spring game at the end of April. It was a star-studded affair which included a concert with 5-time Grammy Award winner Lil Wayne at CU Event Center. However, not all the details from Coach Prime's major event were spectacular.
That's fire.
According to CU player sources, Sanders made the concert mandatory for all of his players and reportedly threatened to dismiss anyone who skipped out. So pretty much, Shedeur Sanders was opening for Lil Wayne. Deion Sanders forced everybody to go according to this report, and if you didn't go, you're pretty much cut. According to a source, the Wayne concert was the final straw for a few players to hit the transfer portal. When Coach Prime told us we all had to be there to support Shedeur as a rapper, they were not happy at all. To be honest, it was nothing but a huge distraction, and Daddy Ball was being played. This is the latest example of the tumultuous offseason for the Buffaloes. There were a total of 42 players to exit the program since the end of the 2023 season. While they were able to make up ground by replacing players who left, this was the second roster flip since Coach Prime arrived on campus early last year. You got it?
I don't know if that's the case. I don't want to say it's not the case, but that could also be looked at as like a team bonding. If I threw this big concert, you feel me, for the football players, and you're the only one who don't show up, you're not locked in to the program. You see what I'm saying? I threw this for the team to have some bonding moments. You feel what I'm saying? For the team to really come together and get that camaraderie together. Y'all finna see Lil Wayne perform. I don't even care who's the opening act. You see what I'm saying? I'm finna have button seat because he told me to. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not coming to see Shedeur. What would y'all do to help Shedeur at seeing him at a show? Did y'all pay to go to that show? No. So y'all coming to the show, don't do anything for Shedeur. That don't just make no sense. I think it's a team bonding moment. Like, hey, We having Lil Wayne perform. He's coming out. I need everybody to be there. Thank you. If you're not there, we're going to have a problem because everybody is going to be there. Why are you not going to be there? Hey, I don't know, though.
Midman, it is very peculiar to have that level of roster turnover. I understand year one, you have a bunch of players that you wanted to bring in.
We went 1-11.
That aren't down with what you're trying to do. You're trying to set a brand new culture. But the fact that you had a whole season and you weren't able to retain that amount of players is a little concerning. Now, the story continues by saying,
I see what you're saying, though.
was a part of the opening act lineup before Lil Wayne took the stage. He debuted his brand new single, Perfect Timing, in front of the overcapacity crowd in Boulder. Coach Prime came out with his own single, Must Be the Money 2, via Death Row Records 2 weeks ago. Neither have picked up a spot on the Billboard 100 charts or received any widespread radio play.
Yeah, so it don't even matter.
Side of the story, and this is Coach Prime's reaction. This is one of the best lies I've ever heard. God bless you, and I pray you sleep well tonight because we are Lord Jesus. And
Yeah, bro, it don't make no sense.
Right away. They posted on their YouTube channel, another day, another lie told about the CU Buffs. And to be honest, the opening of this video is really all you need to see to get an idea of what's going on.
Let me ask you a question, bro. I know you got a hard job, you know. How many people you had to discipline for not going to the concert?
Oh, what is up with that? Why people do making up weird stuff?
You can't be forced to listen to your music at concerts, bro. Hey, bro, that's crazy because we didn't even know we was going to perform, bro.
Comments in this video mentions that the guy
Like,
who
come on,
wrote that
bro.
article is Auburn alumni. CU and Auburn are currently in the hunt for 5-star QB Juju Lewis, who recently took an official visit
Okay.
to Auburn. And
That's
has
starting to
his
make
last
sense.
this year coming up at CU. So maybe that's why there's a smear campaign. And if that is the case, then this is one of the most creative rumors I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's
How do
kinda
you even
crazy.
make up something of that sort? At the end of the day, this is a classic case of he said, she said. It depends on who you trust more. Regardless, if this rumor is true, it's absolutely insane, and this isn't the first or last controversy that we're gonna hear about Colorado. But
Facts.
I don't think it's even as close as to what the San Francisco 49ers are currently doing.
Oh, don't bring up the 49ers, boy. That's my team, because if you say something crazy, and Brandon Ayuk, that's kind of like a touchy subject for me right now, so I don't even want to hear what you got to say about Brandon Ayuk. He's coming back, hopefully. Amen. Thank you, Jesus. I just pray for that boy. He going to be good. But with that being said, apparently this concludes his video. You see what I'm saying? Definitely go check in with him. This was a banger. But yeah, bruh. They be putting hella like extra stuff on Deion Sanders and them boys. Why? They the top of the top right now, and not in like football terms, but like popularity terms. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna get all the heat. They gonna get all praise comes with hate. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you got the more praise you get, the more hate you get at the same time. So get ready for it. But with that being said, this is going to conclude today's video. And I'm out. Hey!